What's up, guys? It's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, not much news I wanted to talk about, so instead, I wanted to talk about a upcoming game I am looking forward to, and that game is 10 Nordics. There's a lot of games coming out this month that I will have to divide myself to cover because 10 Nordics comes at the end of the month. We also have the Fate Samurai game at the end of the month, and also the Dragon Quest Infinity Strash game at the end of the month too. I think they're all coming on the same date. Some of them near to each other, so it's gonna be interesting. Now, why am I interested about 10 Nordics? Well, specifically because of the changes that it has in the gameplay. So the franchise has been one that has been for years now. It's known by people. It has a lot of fans. People love it. It's been through some iterations. I think one of the most recent loved ones was 8. I personally still enjoy 9, though I do understand some people prefer 8 over 9, which is understandable. 8 was amazing. I mean, they still squeeze it as much as they can. They re-release it for the Switch and the PS5, which is a fantastic game. 10 Nordics looking to be a bit different. It's looking to change a bit some of the formula. For example, you will only have a second character in your party, so it's just going to be you two. It's going to be just you and Adol and the main heroine, Karsha. So you'll only be playing as those two characters. Usually in the game, you have a decent amount of party characters and you can switch with them and you can bring 4 with you. So this is a bit different and the game will have a much more action focus as we have seen from the gameplay. There's also naval combat, you'll be able to get on a ship, roam in your ship and then attack other ships, invade ships, go to different islands. So there's definitely some changes here in terms of exploration and combat and the addition of naval combat. So for me, I'm interested in how the experience is going to be. It looks like it's going to be really fun. I mean, looking at the gameplay, it looks fast paced, the switch ups, because now we have 2 modes when you're fighting in combat. There's solo mode, which is fast paced, using dash based movement. You control one character while the other is being controlled by the AI. And then you have combination mode, which is a more powerful but slower mode where you're using attacks of the 2 characters they're both tethered together. So I'm really interested in those 2 things. Also, I really like the mana ride, which is you would see them roaming in these floating skateboards. It's cool. I think there's a lot of stuff here that's very interesting. The growth system, which is a brand new skill tree. This looks like it's going to be very fun to look at. So there's obviously a lot here. And this is why I'm very interested. I don't want to say it's a departure from his games, but I think you could say it's more let's change it a bit. Let's shake it up a bit. Let's see if people like this more, which I think is fine. I mean, I do understand if people miss having, other party members with you, but hey, we can always try it, see if we like it. It could be a evolution of the franchise. In terms of story, 10 takes place, if I'm not mistaken, between Is 2 and Memories of Celceta. So it's very early on in the timeline. Adol is young, he's 17, so we're still seeing a young adventure, he's still experiencing things in the world. I think though, the question that probably a lot of people have is, when are we going to see this title in the West? Because the game is coming out in Japan and Asia markets on September 28th, like I said, at the end of the month. However, no word on when it's going to come in the West. Sometimes we've seen with the franchise, it can take a bit longer. For example, Monstrum Nox, which was the last one, originally came out in Japan September 26, 2019, and we saw the release date for the US, for example, on February 2nd, 2021. So that was a bit of a wait, a year, though between 2019 and 2021, there was something happened in the world, which is understandable why the long delay, but if it makes you feel any better, the Is 8 Lacrimosa of Dana came out May 25th, 2017 in Japan, and then September 12th, 2017 in the US. So the reason for the delay could have been what happened in the world and everything. So maybe we're not going to be expecting that much of a wait. I personally would love to see this game come out sooner rather than later here in the West. So hey, hopefully fingers crossed and we get to see this game here in the West soon. Like I said, I'll be playing the Japanese version and I'm gonna be doing a video, gonna be putting gameplay, and of course my impressions, so you guys get an idea of my thoughts and if I've been enjoying it or not. So yeah, just wanted to talk a bit about Is10 Nordics, game that looks very fun and interesting. So let's hope for the best. As always though, it's not just about me. What are your thoughts, guys? This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.